If you remember fall 25, just a couple months ago, so many students were not able to make it to their universities in time. So many tourist parents, they were not able to go in time. And now spring intake is upcoming. Well, guys, guess what? Spring is, unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, even worse. And this is not me telling you that just on the basis of me reading this online. I've been in the industry for 7 good years, and I can tell you getting a visa appointment in spring can be tough if you do not plan it properly. On top of that, there's the Trump administration in office. Rules are changing every day. So that's why I'm making this video to update you on how you can make sure that you plan in advance and get your US visa appointment in time smoothly. Doesn't matter if you're a student, tourist, parent, or a worker, because now even workers have to come back and renew their visas. All of that is covered within this video. So the one thing you need to remember is that you need to look for the appointments in advance. If you start looking for it 1 month, 2 months before your travel start date, it's more likely than not that you're not gonna get one. Typical wait times range from 6 months to a year. It is insane, sometimes even longer than that. So without the fluff, here are my tips on how you can secure your US visa appointments in time. The first thing I like to do personally is as soon as you have paid the MRV fee, you have the calendar in front of you, take a look at the earliest available appointments. Do this for 2-3 days, see if anything early opens up, but whatever appointment you get, even if it's 8 months, 9 months later, book it. Book it as a placeholder. Remember that you will still have some reschedule attempts remaining if you do it right after paying the MRV fee. And if possible, be flexible with your consulate location. Now, there are multiple consulates. For instance, just to give you an idea, let's talk about India. There's the New Delhi embassy, of course, then there's Chennai, there's Kolkata, there's Hyderabad, and finally there's also Mumbai. Now, you can book at any of these. As long as you are able to travel to them, you can take a short flight, you should be able to book any of these. And I personally, of course, prefer if it's closer to my home state, but at the end of the day, given the situation right now, the circumstances do not look great and you want to book it anywhere you can. Earlier, and this is not possible anymore, but just until 2 months ago, you were able to book appointments outside of your country as well. If you want an appointment from Vietnam and there was an appointment available for just 2 days later, you could book it. Unfortunately, now the Trump administration has shut that down. That means you will be restricted to your country of residence for booking these appointments. And if you know what happened for the fall 25 term, just in August, appointments did not open up for people in India at all. Appointments were open in Nepal, appointments were open in Bangladesh, appointments were open in Vietnam. People were going over there, getting the appointments, and Indians were able to get their visa. But within India, appointments did not open up. Unfortunately, this can be our reality all over again for the next term. And I'm not trying to scare you. I just want you to be prepared for the worst. So please start looking for appointments well in advance. The second tip I have for you is to check 24/7. Monitor 24/7. Now, I know you can't do it on a frequency of every minute. That's what my team tries to do because we have access to multiple accounts. But with one account, you can still try and look at least 7-8 times a day. So make sure you log in 7-8 times a day. Look if you get an appointment. And if you don't get it, that's okay. Keep on trying different times. Sometimes minor openings happen and some random slots open up here and there, and you can just go ahead and grab them, and they might be even available for as good as next month. That happens, and we see it happen every couple of days. It's just about being lucky and trying again and again. Third option is to use Dropbox or an interview waiver if you're eligible. Until now, for various types of visas, if you were just going for a renewal, you could go for a Dropbox. That means you don't have to interview at all. You just give your fingerprints, you get your stamp again. However, since the Trump administration has come in last month, I believe they released this rule that now very few classes are eligible for Dropbox. Only, for instance, the tourist visa and 1 or 2 other types are eligible. If you are on a student visa, you need to renew it, you need to face the interview. If you are on H-1B, you need to get renewal, you need to face the interview. All kinds of people now have to face the interview. That basically means you're gonna face longer wait times because of it. Plus, now you cannot go to a different country, get an appointment, even if it's available there faster. So it does not look great. But again, it's a good thing to do if you have, let's say, a renewal for a tourist visa. Just go for a Dropbox. It'll be much faster. Fourth one is to request an expedited appointment. An emergency appointment, in other words. For this strategy to work, you first off need a placeholder appointment. Remember why I told you book any appointment you can get? It's important you have that booked. Then you could have an urgency like a medical treatment, a family emergency, or even an academic deadline to start your program. You could request an emergency appointment, and while it may not work in all the cases out there, you get to try, and sometimes it works, sometimes they give it to you. So try it and make sure like you apply at least once, if especially your program start date is coming too close. Don't do it 2-3 months in advance. Only when you have about 20-30 days left, you do it then. Make sure you submit, of course, all the supporting documentation, and then let's see your chances. Number 5 is to join a group. There are many groups available, by the way. There are some online you'll find, but most of these WhatsApp, Telegram groups, there's caveats, there's a lot of scammers on there. But sometimes these groups are useful. You join them and people might alert you when the appointments open up. 90%, 99% of the content that happens on these groups, to be honest, is a scam. But that 1% can sometimes help you get the appointment. Now, we have our own groups as well, and we try to notify you whenever appointments open up. We try to send you emails as well. So make sure you sign up on YMGrad.com. We try to regulate spam best as we can, to be honest. And this one is free. So once you sign up, we'll also send you links to the groups. You can join them. But there are sometimes people who will say, hey, this person booked my slot, that person booked my appointment. Please don't fall for these scams. They will take your money, they will take your account, they'll lock you out, and they'll keep on asking you for more money. It will become a whole fiasco. You won't be able to make it to the US on time. So in my things to avoid and caution, that's the first point as well. Please avoid these scammers online who will say that we got our appointment through this person, they will book it in 3 days, 4 days. That is not possible. Second is, when you apply for the emergency appointment, please don't apply it too early. And secondly, don't lie. You need to submit supporting documentation. If you're lying to the officers at that point, this could come back to haunt you. And finally, you will find over the last few years, there's been some algorithms, some tools which take your credentials or some of your data essentially, and then they allow you to monitor appointments through this tool, through this algorithm. I have personally witnessed this, and I have personally connected with some visa officers who have told me this is the worst thing you can do for your account. In fact, your account may face bans or shadow bans due to which you may not see the appointments even when they are open in bulk. So please avoid falling for these tools, checking of these visa slots, and there are tools that I don't want to name essentially. It's best done manually. You don't need these tools. And apart from that, we are monitoring for you on a manual basis day and night. So I'll keep you updated when you sign up on YMGrad.com. And we've been in the industry for the last 7 years, done more than 15,000 cases till now. If you need any help and you're not sure what's going on, you're not sure you're going to be able to make it in time, you can reach out to my team on WhatsApp. The number's in the description, and we'll look at your case and we'll let you know if we can help. But at the same time, if it's too late, it's not possible, we'll legitimately let you know. We won't just force you to move forward even when we know that it's not possible. That's everything from now. You can subscribe to the channel, share this with the people who need to know, and follow me on Instagram for more such content. I'll see you in the next one.